So is newer always better? I don't know if it is. We're going to find out here. I've got the original Microgel Extreme Pro from 2007 and the 2024 Extreme Pro. Both strung the same, 47, 45 with Polytour Rev, which suits both of them quite well. I've tried it and it's a 1.20 string. So they're both strung the same. It's a 98 and a 100. This is the direct matchup of what used to be the Pro and what is now the Pro. Let's see which one I prefer. So I haven't taken down the specs exactly yet. I wanted to test them first side by side and see what I felt, then go home and measure them all and see if it all makes sense. But I have some idea, since I used this racket for quite a while, and I did remeasure the Microgel a couple months ago with a different string, and I also changed out the grip because it was a little big, and it's a 315 gram racket, so I wanted to drop some weight and see how that felt. So the static is quite similar to this Extreme Pro now, which is a 305 unstrung. So there's a 10 gram difference in unstrung specs of static, but I've brought that down to make it a little more manageable. I did really like the original Extreme Pro back in the day when I used them, but when I grabbed them again just to have it a go, I felt it, you know, a little heavier than what I wanted, so I sorted that a bit. So the one big thing that I think the 2024 Extreme Pro will have over the old Microgel is the one-handers. It's a beautiful one-handed backhand racket, beautiful slice backhand racket. So easy to keep it low. You know, you can really play this racket flat or with great shape. Sometimes I think, I don't know why I stopped using it, but I was in the wars with arm issues and thought it was the racket, and it's not. But the Speed Pros anyway are so much more comfortable, especially with new balls, which we're using right now. Especially in winter when the balls are like rocks. So so extremely whippy, extremely whippy, good rip, great on the one-hander. It's certainly got some power when you give it. Alrighty, old school. Now, this feels a little bit looser. It's 100 with the same tension, but I've had this in here for a little longer, so I've had 2 or 3 hits with this, not for the full session, only for bits and pieces, but it's playing a little softer, only a little bit really. Sorry. Oh, It's so much more solid. You know, the one-handed backhands, slice backhands are still so easy with this racket. It's phenomenal. Yeah, it makes a big difference. You know, the weight came off the handle, so it's a little more head heavy in balance, but it I think it was like 328 static, similar to the Extreme Pro from 2024, and it just feels so light and whippy to throw around, and the stability there. You know, it's got the thicker beam. I love this racket, and I almost threw it out. I was doing a dump run at home, and I had an old tennis bag that felt empty, and I threw it in the trailer. I thought, oh, I might just check the bag, and I opened it up, and lo and behold, this is sitting in there. I thought my dad had this, but he's actually got the next version that had a bit of red on it. I think it was the Teflon version or whatever it is. I couldn't believe it. I almost threw it out. So I pulled it out and thought, beauty. You know, let's have a hit with this, because it's just amazing racket. Oh, it's just so solid. You can say what you want about technology, but I tell you what, at a quick first impression, this feels better. This feels better. You know, this is a stiffer racket, wider beam, bigger head, but it's so nice and comfortable when you strike the ball. It's got a really generous sweet spot. You know, it's really comfortable for the RA. I can't recall if the RA was 67 or 70. I'll be putting up the specs of both up here and directly compare the specs. But yeah, the feel is just, the feel is just unreal. There's oh geez, didn't think that was coming over. There's such a ease of power with this rack. This is unbelievable. Oh man, like dead set. I've hit with this, you know, a few times, and you know, I really like it. Haven't hit with it under here. You know, yesterday was brief, but always been, you know, because everything feels fantastic on here, but it feels unbelievable. There's such an ease about it, and even with a one-hander, it feels nice, you know, through the air, on the hand. And contact is just unreal. Sorry. Oh, talk about buttery slices. It's just, you know, I mean, I've tried 95s, the 97s, you know, Pro Staff, Prestige Tour, all these rackets that are the best one-handed backhand rackets, the best for slicing. And I tell you what, I made the comment yesterday in my hit, the Speed Pro, to me, I hit the best slices with that racket, hands down, and then anything else, just hands down. This is phenomenal. Oh. It's just, the feel on this is unbelievable. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh. Just get such a good flight. Oh. Fuck, I'm telling you, like, it's the thing, it's you know, technology, this and that, but man.
Some players probably still using the mold.
Yeah, they do, yeah. I'd like to know if we know of any pros still using, you know, this model, or roundabouts this model of the Extremes. If anyone knows out there, let us know. Oh, great footwork. Still hitting balls up here. Now, I have had serves with both, and they're both easy to serve with. This one just has more juice behind it. The Microgel just has more behind it. It is a bit higher swing weight. I can feel it. I can't recall what the swing weight of that Extreme Pro was. It's quite low, I thought. Sorry, I think it was quite low. That swing weight of the Extreme Pro 2024. And this one, you know, you can feel it, but it doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels so easy to throw, so easy. Yep, I think there's a lot to do with, you know, static. I know swing weight makes a massive, massive difference, but I'm finding with the static, dropping it down. Now I've dropped it down, I don't know, like 5, 6, 7 grams, I'm not too sure. And it just makes it that much easier to throw. And I've done the same with the Speed Pro that I said yesterday I wasn't going to do. I just thought after trying this, I want to try the Speed Pro. I'd always said I wanted a Speed Pro 5 grams less. I've taken it out of the handle and it's phenomenal. It is just phenomenal. It just makes it that much more whippy, and still, because of the thick beam, has the comfort and the plushness. So I'm going to keep experimenting with that and see how it goes, but it's feeling freaking awesome. Like this is just unbelievable. Now straight away, a couple of hits, you can feel the weight difference. A fair bit lighter here. It doesn't feel so much in the swing weight, although I know there is a difference. Even just in the hand, maybe it's not as cumbersome, I suppose, but it doesn't feel as nice, I'll tell you that now. And it does still feel nice. Oh, so, you know, we can talk about all the technologies and all the rest of it. Ultimately, it's a completely different racket. You know, it is a different size. Like I said, the new Extreme MP is 100 with a thicker beam. But even that, in comparison to the Microgel, the Speed MP, you know, it's a 300 gram and it feels hollow in comparison. If I was gonna give it a bit of an analogy there. And again, it still feels nice, but the Microgels feel phenomenal. Oh, I mean, this feels great. Like, say which one would be easier to play with. I mean, it's hard. Like this is a bit more whippy, no doubt. But again, we're talking not a huge difference, especially considering it's 100 in the Microgel. And because I've dropped that static weight, it's a lot easier to throw around, especially when you get pushed out wide. It's a lot easier to wrist when you need to, but it's just that extra solidness in that frame. If it's the Microgel doing its thing, or if it's the size with the thickness of the beam, you know, maybe a blend of each thing, or maybe it's just the size. It's the size that matters, or maybe the size doesn't matter, as they say. Oh, beautiful. This is such a great backhand racket. It's like 20 years difference here in technology. Oh, fuck. A little bit loose. There's like 20 years of difference in technologies here. I would have no issue playing with this permanently. None at all. and I'd be absolutely happy as Larry, because the feel is just beautiful. The response you get off this frame, the comfort, the spin, the velocity, that was a big thing. The timing wise, 2007, I stopped using the flex point radicals at that time. I think they came out in 2005 and these came out in 2007 from Google. I couldn't really remember. So by time wise, I must have gone from the flex point radicals to this frame, not to the speeds, which I thought I did from memory. I thought I had the speeds first. I thought I had the speeds first and then this. But by the time frame, I must have had this, and I had two versions of this one, and then whether it was the next year or the year after, that one with a little bit of red came out. I think it was a Teflon one, and I used that for a year or whatever, and then went to the speeds. I think that's time frame as far as Google is concerned. That's what makes sense. My memory is not one that I want to be banking on. Oh. Jeez. So I'll be totally honest, it's hard to say, like, if I had to choose one to play with now, and I could only play with that, it's a tough one, I tell you. This has got so much more comfort, and yeah, there's a graphene one on Marketplace for 120 or 115. I think it's 120. Looked in mint condition, and there's another one that the guy's selling two of them for 115, but they're a bit scratched up. I'd considered it, but I was like, I'm not gonna, if I want to play with it, I've got one. You know, I don't need to, you know. Plus, my dad's got one. My dad's got my other one from the following year. It was a Teflon one. It had a bit of red on it. So I do have two, you know. Oh. You know, if I wanted ease of use, you know, maybe I'd go the 2024. But this is ease of use as far as easier power. It's way softer on the arm, oh, way softer, but I know. Oh, but I just know playing in outdoor conditions at night when it's a bit cooler with harder balls, because that's how they feel when it's colder, this racket would be so much more comfortable, because the 2024 Extreme Pro in those colder conditions is not so comfortable. You kind of need to drop the tension down to mid to low 40s. For anyone that's a little bit arm sensitive. This one here though, it's just great. Even high backhands, it's just unreal. So I don't know. Which one do you think I'm hitting better with? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I love that 2024 Extreme Pro for how easy it is to throw around. You know, it's whippy, it's all of the above. But this one is just still whippy. Again, I did take some weight out of it, but it's the feel. This feel is addictive. It's addictive. So I'm going to pick the Microgel. If I had to pick one, I'd play the Microgel. Absolutely. It is phenomenal. So next up, we're going to do liquid metal radical versus the 2025 Radical MP. I've got to string them the same, and then I'm going to do speeds. I've got the UTech Speed MP, the 2013 Graphene Speed Pro, and my new Highball Speed Pros. I've got to string them the same and get into it.